Let me tell you something that might make you uncomfortable. Right now, at this very moment, you are making choices that are destroying your future. And you are doing it every single night. The gap between the person you are and the person you could be is not created during the day. It is created at night. In those hours when you think nobody is watching, when you think your choices do not matter, but they do. They matter more than almost anything else. Here's the truth. Your nighttime habits are not just making you tired. They are making you poor. They are stealing your energy, your focus, your potential, and your money. And the worst part, you have been told this is normal. You have been told everyone does it. But that is a lie. The uncomfortable truth. In the next 18 minutes, I am going to show you exactly which 3 nighttime habits are destroying your life. And more importantly, I am going to tell you precisely how to fix them. This is not motivational nonsense. This is about taking responsibility for your life. Let us begin. The first destructive habit. Chaos before sleep. The first habit that is destroying you is chaos. Complete and total chaos in the 2 hours before you sleep. You are scrolling. You are watching random videos. You are eating food you do not need. You are having arguments online with strangers. You are doing everything except what you should be doing. Now, let me explain why this matters from a deeper level. Your brain needs order. It needs structure. When you go to bed in a state of chaos, your nervous system cannot calm down. Your cortisol levels stay high. Your brain cannot process the day properly. You cannot move from disorder to order. And order is everything. This is not just about feeling tired. When you bring chaos into your sleep, you wake up in chaos. Your thinking is foggy. You cannot focus. You make bad decisions. And bad decisions make you poor. Bad decisions keep you stuck. You cannot climb any hierarchy. Not in your job, not in your relationships, not in your life. If you start every day already defeated by your own nighttime chaos. And here's the thing. You know this. Deep down, you know that what you are doing is wrong. But you do it anyway. Why? Because you have not taken responsibility. You are acting like chaos is something that happens to you. But it is not. You are choosing it. Every single night, you are choosing chaos over order. And that choice has consequences. The second destructive habit. Avoiding tomorrow. The second habit is even worse. You go to bed without preparing for tomorrow. You do not know what you are going to do when you wake up. You have no plan, no structure, no direction. And this is not laziness. This is something much darker. This is you running away from your own potential. Let me be very clear about this. When you avoid planning for tomorrow, you are telling yourself a lie. You are saying, I will figure it out in the morning. But you will not. Morning you is not smarter than night you. Morning you is more tired, more rushed, and has even less clarity. What you are really doing is pushing your responsibility into the future. And that is the definition of hell. Pushing your problems forward until they crush you. Here is what happens. You wake up. You do not know what to do first. You waste time deciding. You feel overwhelmed. You check your phone to escape the anxiety. 2 hours pass. Now you are behind. Now you are stressed. Now you make rushed, stupid choices. You eat badly. You skip important work. You avoid difficult conversations. And at the end of the day, you are exhausted, but you accomplished nothing meaningful. Nothing that moves you forward. And the people who plan, they are climbing. They are earning more. They are building relationships. They are becoming competent. The gap between you and them grows every single day. Not because they are special, but because they take responsibility the night before. They do not run from tomorrow. They prepare for it. The third destructive habit. Sacrificing sleep for nothing. The third habit is the most pathetic of all. And I say pathetic because it is self-destructive for no reason. You stay up late. But you are not staying up late working on something important. You are not building a business. You are not creating art. You are not learning a skill. You are staying up late scrolling, watching, consuming garbage. You are trading your energy, your life force, for nothing, for content that you will not remember tomorrow, for fake connections with people you do not know, for temporary pleasure that leaves you empty. And every hour you stay awake doing this, you are becoming weaker, poorer, and more lost. Here is the brutal truth. Sleep is not a luxury. It is a weapon. When you sleep properly, you think clearly. You make better decisions. You have energy to do difficult things. You can face your problems instead of running from them. But when you sacrifice sleep for meaningless activities, you disarm yourself. You walk into life's battles exhausted and unarmed. And then you wonder why you keep losing. Well, now you know. Now, let us talk about what you are going to do to fix this. The first solution is simple but not easy. You are going to create order in your evening. Starting tonight. Not next week. Not when you feel motivated. Tonight, here is exactly what you do. 2 hours before your target bedtime, you stop consuming. No more scrolling, no more random videos, no more feeding yourself digital garbage. Instead, you do 3 specific things that move you from chaos to order. First, you clean your space. Not the whole house. Just your immediate area. Your desk. Your bedroom. Make your environment ordered. Why? Because you cannot have an ordered mind in a chaotic environment. This is a fundamental truth. The outside reflects the inside, and the inside reflects the outside. Second, you prepare for tomorrow physically. You lay out your clothes. You prepare your bag. You set up your workspace. You make it so that morning you does not have to think about these things. You remove friction. You make the right path obvious. This is how you beat your own resistance. Third, you write. Just 10 minutes. You write about 3 things. What went wrong today and why? What went right today and why? What you need to do tomorrow. This is not therapy. This is you taking responsibility for your own life. You are processing your day. You are learning from it. You are preparing to do better. This is how you grow. The second solution is this. Before you sleep, you must identify tomorrow's dragon. What is the dragon? It is the most difficult, most important thing you must face tomorrow. The thing you are most afraid of. The thing you are most likely to avoid. That is your dragon. Here is the rule. You can only have 1 dragon per day. Not 10 tasks. Not a huge list. 1 thing. The one thing that, if you accomplish it, will make tomorrow a victory. Maybe it is a difficult conversation. Maybe it is finishing a project. Maybe it is applying for a better job. Whatever it is, you write it down clearly. Then you break it down. You do not just write, get in shape. That is not a dragon. That is a fantasy. You write, tomorrow at 6 a.m., I will walk for 20 minutes. Specific, clear, achievable. You make the task so clear that tomorrow you cannot hide from it. Why does this work? Because anxiety comes from uncertainty. When you do not know what you need to do, your brain creates monsters. It imagines that everything is urgent and impossible. But when you identify the one thing, suddenly the path becomes clear. Your brain can rest. It knows what tomorrow looks like. It can prepare. And here is what happens when you do this consistently. You start winning. Every single day, you slay your dragon. You do the hard thing. And each time you do this, you become stronger, more confident, more capable. You start to trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, everything changes. You can take on bigger dragons, bigger opportunities. You can actually build something meaningful. Protect your sleep like your life depends on it. The third solution is the most important. You must protect your sleep like it is the most valuable thing you own. Because it is. Your sleep is your foundation. Without it, everything else falls apart. Your thinking, your health, your relationships, your income. Everything. Here is what you do, and this is non-negotiable. At your set time, all screens go off. Not dim. Off. Your phone goes to another room. Not on silent next to your bed. In another room, if you need an alarm, buy a real alarm clock. They cost $10. Stop making excuses. You make your room dark. Completely dark. You make it cool. You make it a place for one thing only. Sleep. Not entertainment. Not work. Not scrolling. Sleep. You train your brain that when you enter this space, it is time to shut down and recover. And most importantly, you keep the same schedule. Same bedtime every night. Same wake time every morning. Yes, even on weekends. Why? Because your body is not stupid. It needs rhythm. It needs predictability. When you give it chaos, it gives you chaos back. When you give it order, it gives you energy, focus, and strength. Let me tell you what happens when you protect your sleep for just 30 days. Your thinking becomes sharper. You stop making stupid decisions. You have energy to do hard things. You stop relying on coffee and sugar to survive. You can focus for hours instead of minutes. You become dangerous. You become the kind of person who actually accomplishes things. And that is when your life changes. So let us review what we have covered. You have 3 nighttime habits that are destroying you, bringing chaos into your evening, avoiding preparation for tomorrow, and sacrificing sleep for nothing. And you have 3 solutions. Create evening order, define tomorrow's dragon, and protect your sleep absolutely. But here is what you need to understand. Information changes nothing. You now know what to do. But knowledge without action is meaningless. It is worse than meaningless. It is a lie you tell yourself. I know what to do. I just have not started yet. That is the oldest excuse in the book. And it is the excuse that keeps you exactly where you are. So here is my challenge to you. And I mean this seriously. Tonight, you have a choice. You can close this video, nod your head, and go right back to your old patterns. Or you can actually take responsibility. You can actually implement these 3 solutions. Starting tonight, I want you to imagine something. Imagine yourself 90 days from now. You have been doing these 3 things every single night. How do you feel? How do you look? What have you accomplished? Now imagine the opposite. 90 days of the same chaos, the same avoidance, the same exhaustion. Which person do you want to be? The person you are going to become is determined by what you do tonight. Not next week, not when you feel ready. Tonight. Because there is no perfect time. There is only now. And if you cannot make the right choice now, you will not make it later. That is the truth. You are more powerful than you think. You are more capable than you believe. But you have to prove it to yourself. And you prove it through action. Small, consistent, disciplined action every single night. No excuses. No exceptions. This is how you build self-respect. This is how you build a life worth living. So here is your call to action. Comment below right now. I start tonight. Make that commitment public. Then subscribe to this channel. If you want more uncomfortable truths, hit the like button if this video pushed you. And most importantly, close this video and begin. Create your evening order. Define tomorrow's dragon. Protect your sleep. Your future self is watching. Make the choice that makes them proud. Make the choice that changes everything. Start tonight.